Tehseen, obviously, the economic aspect of it, what Mr. Kochetil is, mentioning, rising cost of holding elections, saving resources, ruling party can focus on the governance, continuity in policies. So, anything wrong that what meets to eye?
Listen, let's be honest here. The BJP is not winning Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Mizoram, and we know that Rajasthan now it's absolutely in doldrums. At a point, BJP was winning Rajasthan. At this moment, the latest exit opinion polls, I beg your pardon, show the Congress is in the driving seat. In fact, they're confident of crossing a record of 126 seats. That's how confident the Congress is, and the BJP is in complete doldrums. So what you do, you just postpone elections. I forget any amount of justification. All dictators give justifications. How is this democracy? I'm just asking you a simple question. You know the BJP is not winning Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Telangana. Suresh ji on your show admits, yeah, because of Modi ji's face. Is that justified in democracy because Modi ji thinks it's a masterstroke, his face will be there, so we'll postpone elections? How is this right? As so far as moving Supreme Court, I'm telling you on this show and market, I will move Supreme Court on this. It's not accepted. And
Right.
I'm speaking to the top Congress leadership, they will have to take to the streets. Or opposition will
Yes.
have to come up with something else because this is dictatorship. You cannot postpone an election because you're not winning. If you
Right.
need one nation, one election, let it be debated in parliament. Do it from 2024 after the general elections are over. How can you postpone existing elections that are supposed to take place?
Right.
How
Right.
just this? How is this acceptable in any civilized democracy?
Brijesh, he
Just
has
just the answer to that.
absolutely. Tehseen's point here is also, politically loaded, definitely. As I said, what meets to eye, there is something more to it here. So, in your opinion, obviously, there are two sides to it, resources, money-wise, allocation of, safety measures and everything. That's one aspect. The second one is also equally, I would say,
Well, I think
risky.
elections are very close, are around the corner, and the fact is that cost effective and all is very subjective. I mean, if you want a cost effective, then why hold elections in 5 years? Do it in 20 years. It'll be for much more cost effective. So cost effective, or like that you have to deploy forces around the country to hold elections and all. I mean, I honestly speaking, I personally don't buy this argument.
Right.
This is what because the thinking in the BJP camp is that if you go for one nation, one poll, I mean, the official line, of course, is that it saves a lot of time, it saves administrative headache. The CEC has also agreed to it that yes, if you hold elections simultaneously,
He has mentioned it quite a few times.
they can do it. So basically, resource wise, he has indicated that yes, they are ready to
We are
hold
okay with that.
simultaneous elections, and we are absolutely all right with it, which is very crucial to have the CC on the board. But I personally, I feel the real reason why you would want to do it is as Mr. Suresh himself is saying that you have two EVMs. So if you are voting
Right.
for Modi in Lok Sabha, chances are that that there could be a vast sum who might end up voting for
Right.
the BJP in the Vidhan Sabha, whereas in a normal run, of course, that might not have had
Right.
happened.
Two
So
different
I
approach,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, the concerns and apprehensions of opposition parties are also are very valid, and I think, I mean, if
Right.
this comes, I am 100% sure that it will be challenged not only by Tehseen and Congress. I think it's going to be challenged by the entire opposition. It will definitely, it will. I don't see it getting unchallenged. That's for sure.
Tehseen, quick one, and then I go to Mr. Kochetil.
After this show, in the break, I'm going to speak to Mr. Kapil Sibal ji. I will have a word with him. We're going to start preparing the draft because if these guys are going to do this on the 18th, we'll have to move Supreme Court right away. So I'll have a word with Mr. Kapil Sibal. This is completely unconstitutional. Right now in Gabon, there's a coup taking place because because out there the president would just keep winning elections, and every time he wouldn't win, he would postpone elections. That's what happens in other countries. Listen, we are a great thriving democracy.
Right.
But it cannot be that if the BJP is not winning, you postpone elections. That has never happened in our history. This is not democracy, and this is extremely scary. And no amount of justification. Sureshji just let the cat out of the bag. He's saying, look, because the BJP is not winning, they're putting Modi's face on the other EVM. That's not how democracy works. Democracies win and lose. You cannot justify it under the garb of a masterstroke. That's wrong.
Right.
It's
Point
wrong
taken.
morally, constitutionally, legally. It's wrong on every front.
Right. Mr. Kochetil, before we go to Mumbai, where both Tehseen and my colleague Kiran Tare is also standing by, I want you, Mr. Kochetil, to quickly weigh in on the points that Tehseen has made, and especially from the democratic polity point of view and economics aside. How do you see it?
Well, I think Tessin kept on saying that the BJP is not going to win, not going to win, not going to win. Okay, let's forget that. He says government is postponing elections. Now, as per the constitution, you can't go beyond a point. You have to constitute the next assembly within a certain time frame. It has to be done. That cannot be amended in the constitution. So elections are going to be held. It is just that it is not going to be held in the time frame it was supposed to be held earlier. It's as simple as that. The election commission is supposed to notify the elections in October. So that means the elections would have been held in December. It will still happen. What will happen is that possibly, if you look at the school holidays and everything put together, we will have an election. Possibly the Lok Sabha election might be preponed. And that is exactly what is going to happen, because when the Lok Sabha elections get preponed, obviously what will happen is the BJP will definitely gain there. And that is what BJP is looking at, isn't it? Why should we be envy the BJP for that? They are being smart enough to ensure that there's one nation, one poll. And even if you go to the Supreme Court, will the Supreme Court tell the Lok Sabha not to hold a sitting? I fail to understand it. No Supreme Court, no judge, no High Court judge will stop a constitutional process. When a law is being framed, they cannot tell the Supreme Court cannot tell the Lok Sabha, don't hold your sitting, don't pass the bill. No, you cannot. Let the bill get passed. Then you go challenge it. You cannot challenge it before it becomes a bill. Right now, it is only a concept. There is not even the Lok Sabha's session is not even being convened as such. So
Right.
what are you trying to bark up the wrong tree, actually?